Good morning, and welcome to some more Link to the Past Randomizer. This is not casual boots, and we'll get that sorted out in just a second. This is the power pendant, so we are not going to be running around right now. But yeah, we have Top Life versus Sora, the Great Name Pending versus Spoiler. My name is Tracy, and with me today is Naren Deutsch. How you doing, Naren Deutsch?
I'm pretty excited about this match. How about you?
Excited just to watch them in different mode. I've never called a it's a small key shuffle. I've never called that mode before, so this is gonna be a new one to me.
Yeah, so there's a guessing game. What do you think? Where's our Swamp Palace small key?
Maybe we don't need it. Swamp can just be a pendant. We'll just never find it. It'll be in GT.
So
we get a book early, and our weapon is 10 bombs. Which
I
is
like
good
that.
news, bad news. The good news is we should have bombs to do the escape chest, but the bad news is we have to deal with bombs. Bomb escape is one of the more difficult escapes.
I mean, we've got a red goo if things are going complicated, so it's fine.
Well, I'm more worried about running out of bombs if you don't know how to do these setups. So, I mean, I imagine these guys do, especially if you're going to choose this mode, which starts with the standard mode, and then we're shuffling the small keys and not the big keys. Then you should at least practice bomb escape a few times. Good chat saying throw the book at them.
Works fine to
Since
me.
we have a book early.
I mean, everyone's saying the Phaser is much stronger than a sword. So why not throwing the book?
We get a small key immediately. Oh wait, we have to get the small key to. I didn't have to be there. It could have been even in the uncle's house, but it has to show up pretty darn early because we have to be able to get to the back. So that spot is fine. Now, the runners, of course, will hope that in one of these chests they get a better weapon, and then they don't have to worry about conserving their bombs.
They will just get a refill on bomb.
That would be okay too. I don't think our prize pack is going to give us extra bombs here. Did not see the first side. It might be the one that has just the one bomb at the end. Oh, a hammer! There we go. See, now we can just save our bombs for the back of escape and kill things with the hammer. That's much better.
Yeah, it's fine. And later it makes a mountain trip much more effective.
I mean, we're going to need a hammer to finish the game anyway, so always nice to not have to worry about that.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to avoid a hammer.
Okay, so just $20 in the Zelda cell. And now we get to take the long walk out. So let's talk about the small key shuffle. So the small keys can do interesting things. Obviously, the swamp small key is significant. We can't even get in there without it. If it's a crystal, we will need it. Other small keys that can be interesting. The Desert Palace small key can lock the big key. And we already see the desert is a crystal. Pod small keys, there are 6 of them. We can get away with 4 or 5 and still full clear the dungeon, depending on whether you want to open the front door or not, as long as you can do a hammer jump. But another thing where, if the big key is logically behind 6 pod smalls, things can get very interesting if the runners make the wrong choice. We don't care about Skullwood smalls because don't really need any.
Yeah,
same with Ice Palace, depending on your item set. And Misery Mire, you never need small keys to do things in Misery Mire. Just logically speaking, it locks the left side. Skullwood's actually a really interesting dungeon in small key shuffle, just because you don't really need those small keys. One is nice to find, but suddenly there's 3 extra items in there, and those people that like to call Skullwoods like overworld, which is not what I like to say, because there's only 2 items. Suddenly it's got 5 items, and it's a lot more like overworld.
Yeah, and like you're saying, small keys can lock up a lot of with just logic. I mean, we can go just for the desert boss, Or just break the logic because it's out of logic and go for the right side and search for the small key.
Yeah, I don't advise stealing the key in desert unless it's a pendant. Even then, it's very, very dangerous. You could reset whatever you get. But yeah, if it's, of course, if the big key's over there, it doesn't matter. You're going to need the small key regardless. So, desert, I think, is one of the more interesting dungeons in this mode. Top life needs to be a little careful here. Down to 1 heart. You do not want to die in the escape. The rats don't do a lot of damage, so he can take a few hits, but, you know.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
Did he?
safety.
Yes, potion. Okay. Well, I don't know if he. I mean, you don't want to die, so I support using the potion if you think you're in the position where you might die. There's a Skullwood small key. Speaking of which.
Yeah, the first one is pretty
you don't
nice.
want to die. So if you're gonna, yeah, it'd be much worse to not use the potion and take a death there. Okay, let's see what the last item here is. I don't know if we saw the map or not, but let's.
So both got a Skywood small key. That means at least it's decent.
Wow,
Makes everything fast.
Okay, so we got a hammer, which is really good, and the book, which is interesting, and we have a bottle, so we can check sick kid. But I'm not. The only key we got is that Skullwood Small, which just is not really that interesting.
Our first divisions. Zora is going to check Agalech directly, while Top Life will route it later in. Hopefully, if there's something interesting. That's a nice fire rod.
I did not see what that was on a source.
A mushroom, says chat.
Oh no!
I know that I would go for the mushroom. But would you do?
So we don't actually get to know what is behind. Now, on the other hand, with key sanity involved, we don't really need to think about that mushroom until and unless we get 2 Castle Tower small keys.
Yeah, but when we get them pretty early...
If we get them, then we start thinking about it, yeah. Also, we need boots for that, so, like, we need things before another Skullwood Small. I mean, logically speaking, Moth is behind 3 Skullwood Small, so they gotta show up somewhere if Skullwoods is a crystal, but... Okay, Top Life the first in blind, so we get a bow. So I suspect we'll see some early Eastern Palace, since Eastern Palace has exactly 0 changes in this mode. Because,
yeah, so it's
no
totally
small
logic.
keys. Ooh, nice hook shot. My favorite item.
Yeah, it's our first stun weapon, can kill a lot of enemies. It's pretty nice, and I like the book idea.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's dead.
Sora knows this is not... This is not a pet seed. So, yep, sorry chat, no,
Pet is dead, but maybe we've got to kill Egger. Somaria pretty early. And the lamp.
You get to see that lamp early, start thinking, that's when you really start thinking about, we need 2 Castle Tower Smalls and a sword plus cape or 2 swords. So we're still a little bit of ways around having to worry about that mushroom. And of course the boots would be required as well. Get a 50% refund at the bottle vendor. Looks like Asura is going to come from the south, since he went ahead and saved and quit out of the Lost Woods. I did not see it was on Race Game, but since he didn't go for it, I'm going to say it was nothing good.
Yeah, nothing good. It's the same on library. We won't see it.
There's a sword. All right, let's check the library, which, yeah, I think Asura checked this already, but let's see what it was. Oh, just 10 arrows. Never
Yeah.
have to worry about that.
I mean, you would pick it up when you want to go to a dungeon where you need them, but without, no.
Container heart. Not gonna go after that now. Would be nice to have. Okay, imagine Top Life just gonna do the standard South Shore check now. So this early, all we have is those 2 Skullwood small keys. So not a lot of small keys. So we're gonna need a bunch of pod small keys. We're gonna need a bunch of Proto Rock small keys. 3 to finish the dungeon, 4 to complete it logically. Just, you know, there's a lot of small keys out there.
Yeah, and we need at least 1 GT small key.
No, we don't necessarily.
Yeah,
You want to have
depending
2.
on-
You want to have 2 because the big key is going to be in GT, and if you only go in with 1 small key, there's a good chance you're not finding the big key. But you can clear everything with just 2. And if the big key's early, you don't need any because the pot key will let you climb.
So, here's our mini modem cave. And there's a chance that Azura's going to invite. And he's going.
I mean, with lamp and bow and fire rod, I can definitely see the argument for just rushing. And it's a crystal. I could see rushing Eastern. I don't think it makes a huge difference because you're probably gonna do the stuff the Top Life's doing anyway. The one advantage that Sora could have is if he finds flippers, for instance, or a glove to put Zora in logic, or even just enough money to do Zora if he wants to do a fake flipper. Top Life's route is going to end at Ice Rod Cave, most likely. Not really much else we're going to need to worry about there.
Oh, Swamp is just a green
Okay.
pendant.
Okay, Swamp Small Key just be in GT. We already know Ped's dead, so...
There still can be something on Sarshla.
It could. It absolutely could. So, I mean, depending on what we find in Eastern, Asura could gain some sort of advantage from finding that stuff first. Half-Life already has everything he needs to go to Eastern anyway. So, I mean, the only thing that makes it better would be, I suppose, Silvers, but doesn't really make a huge difference. Like, you know, the Armos fight is easy enough.
Yeah, you just use your strat for a fast kill and everything is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we want a mirror. There's a sword upgrade on the Lake Hylia island.
Oh, we want a mirror. I mean, need is a strong word. And there's that glove. To put Zora in logic. Not that Asura's necessarily going to follow that glove to exactly Zora.
Yeah, so...
At the moment, I mean, you could splash delete for the ledge item, but without a Moon Pearl, we can't sequence break. Or boots, we can't sequence break the Waterfall Fairy, so... I don't imagine that glove is going to give him a huge advantage at the moment.
Yeah, but at least we just need 1 more item for Darkwood.
Just need the Moon Pearl, so... Yeah, nice we can. It's always nice when we get an early bow when we actually can do Easter for a crystal, you know.
And yeah, and with Glove now is Zora logic.
Yeah.
We can get some money here in Eastern.
Yeah, I imagine that the next play would be to go up towards the mountain.
Yeah, you can go to Tower of Hera and...
Well, not we have a hook shot plus hammer. Yeah, you're right. We can do East Death Mountain, then go to Hera from there. Hera being a pendant, maybe you skip Hera, depending on what's in Paradox Cave. But
Yeah,
Mountain's a good play at this point, looking for that Moon Pearl.
yeah, but unless you get your Darkwood access, I'm sure you dip at least and check the first 2 checks. They are pretty fast.
Given that your only other item is Spiral Cave, and given that Spiral Cave is, going back around is very, very slow. If the Paradox Cave does not have the Moon Pearl answer, I'm clearing both items at a Hera, no matter what. We know Pet is dead. I think Asoro is the one that checked.
Yeah, but top
He
left
knows
doesn't
Pet is
know.
dead, so he can just, if he sees both items early, he can just dip out. Top left does not know, so it would be more of a risk for him to dip out, but he might anyway. Of course, the item just could be on Moldor, in which case the point is moot. So far, just those gloves in Eastern though. Nothing else interesting.
I mean, it's one of the core items you need anyway.
Yep. I mean, it's an important item, so but it is an item you're going to get early. It'd be more interesting if those gloves were in a pendant Eastern, right? Because then it's like, when do you go there? Because you don't want to, because it's pendant, but it's a crystal Eastern. Everybody's just going to do this, so no advantage one way or the other at this point in terms of that. Asora might. It'd be interesting to see if Asora does the mountain first or does South Shore first.
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, there really wasn't a lot there. Let's see. The
I
Quake
mean, there was
Medallion looks
Tower
like...
of Hera small key. It can be something if you wanna go there.
Yeah, Tower Hera small key could be significant or could be a fetch quest. Could just
Yeah,
be
and
a
could
map
be
or
skipped by
compass.
and could be skipped by top left anyway, cause it's the slowest check you can do. Just cause a tile room.
Yeah, it's interesting. It could be an interesting gamble if Asura were to just skip South Shore. It might just not be needed at all. See where he goes.
And it's better to combine it. Oh no, he's going for
Yeah,
south.
he's gonna do it. Okay.
Would be interesting if he's going for the mountain, maybe thinking for money.
Wait. Did Top Boy skip Big Key Chest?
Yep.
And he's going back in?
Yep.
Ugh, I don't like to skip Big Key. Don't like to play to skip Big Key Chest this early. And once you skip it, I'm leaving it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we know this is... I don't even know what it is, but I know it's nothing. So that's a definite giving some time to Asura. Yeah, there's a pod big key, small key, which is not too significant. I mean, again, you can get away with pod with just 4 keys if you really push it. Castle Tower small keys, interesting maybe, because we do have that mushroom sitting there on the lumberjack.
Yeah, but still looking for
But
one.
we don't know that we need any of those small keys that are showing up over here. And actually, Sora's not even do Ice Rock Cave. Looks like gonna go over towards desert with that book.
Yeah, you can do it. You can beat desert, so why not?
You can beat desert if the big key is not behind the small key.
It will be.
Or, yeah, actually, you know what? Unless the big key is exactly in the, what is it, the map chest, whatever the middle chest is, we can't beat desert. We have everything else. We have a fire source, we have a glove, we have a book to get in. But
We still need boots
1 in 5,
for one.
1 in 4 chance that the big key will be in a spot that we can get it. However, there's 3 items over this direction. Because we have the Agena item, we have the ledge item, and we have the 1 item we can get. So, like, this is still a fine play.
Yeah, plus we've got a nice information what's on the torch.
Okay, just 20 bucks on the ledge, so we don't care about that. Top Life is going to do, as we had suggested, go to the mountain.
Oh, Zora has to be careful.
Oh, has Top Life not checked this? Okay, he's checking it now. He's gonna see that mushroom.
Yeah, and hoping that it's nothing.
That's just a heart piece. Okay.
A heart piece?
Okay, it's just a heart piece. Never mind.
So who told
I
us
didn't
it's a
see
mushroom?
it. When Asura, well, somebody in chat said it was a mushroom. I didn't even see the item. Like I saw Asura look at it, and I couldn't see enough pixels to see the item myself. So I don't blame anybody for getting that wrong. But it's just a heart piece. We don't care about that heart piece. One castle tower small key can be significant because there can be items in those chests. But beyond that, we just don't care.
Yeah. And it's okay for Zoran not saying going into desert with just one item that maybe it's interesting and one information when you know the ledge is dead. So it would cost a lot of time just for one item. And it might be just a dungeon item.
Top Life not even gonna bother to check Spec Rock Cave. Just gonna go straight to the east.
Yeah, you can go everything on the east. And
Does leave an
yeah,
interesting choice between Spiral Cave and Spec Rock Cave.
yeah, depending on what you want to do. And if you want to do both, going left first would be faster.
Okay, let's see what we got. The first two checks in Paradox. Small key to thieves.
Yeah,
It's a
you
good one
want
to
to see
find
it?
before you go to that dungeon.
Definitely.
There's a small key sitting there behind the mirror on Spec Rock. And we have
Bombs.
bombs, I guess?
Yeah, bombs. I saw a blueberry.
It looked like bombs. I think Asura must have really good eyes to be able to check these items with so few pixels.
So
I can't do that.
we got a small key to Maya and boots.
We got boots. Yay, boots.
So with boots, desert would be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, well, now there's two items we can get. But now a 50-50 shot at being able to get... I didn't see what was in the chest, so I guarantee it obviously wasn't the big key, because no reason not to finish it if you can. Although this equipment is not the greatest for that, so... Okay, Top Life is going to check out Hera. We can also read the ether tablet, but can't get the item.
Interesting that he is reading the tablet first.
Hey.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, you want that. You don't really want to come back for it, though. So you might not see the runners go grab that unless the bumper ledge item is required.
Yeah, or when we get a sword here, why not pick it up?
You can pick it up on your way to Spike Cave. You get a second sword. Do Spike Cave later.
Oh, he's going to the basement. Interesting.
Well, there's 3 items because of the small key. And we've already seen 2 dungeon items. So it's actually pretty well favored that there's an item here.
But still a really, really slow check.
Very slow check.
And it's a gamble to say, I go in. And it's a gamble to say, I won't. Even if you know it's an item. There's always a chance that your opponent is saying, no thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And if your opponent doesn't do it, then you just lose time if this is nothing. I mean, there's a really good chance it's an item. I mean, only the map is missing at this point. It'll be a very easy death warp at least. It's Castle Tower small key that we don't care about.
I mean, it can be interesting.
But not today, not with the piece of heart on the lumberjack.
Yeah, unless the moon pearl is on pyramid.
Let's not go there. There's the flippers, by the way.
Yeah, I like that. So we need our Zora money.
Yeah, they're both getting close enough that I could see checking that before committing to an Aga play. We don't have everything for Aga anyway. The cape won't be available until we have a Master Sword, so it has to be a Master Sword to make that available. And frankly, I mean, like, I'll bet on Aga pretty early in a lot of situations, but not if it's the Moon Pearl I'm missing. Because you're just betting on one exact location for the Moon Pearl, instead of, you know, several potentially.
But here's a clue. There's a good chance that Sora is right now thinking going for our basement or
I think you have to here. I think you have to go to the basement if you're a Sora. If he had found the Moon Pearl, then forget it. Like, if the Moon Pearl had been on Moldorm, yeah, I don't do the basement. But the Moon Pearl is not in this dungeon. I go back and get it, but he's gonna skip it.
Yeah, exactly. He's more likely to skip it, even if it's risky, cause you do not know
when it's
what
the Moon, it's more risky when you. He doesn't have the key. Was the key in? He doesn't have the key. Was the key at Ice Rod Cave? Because I think that's the only thing he's checked that Top Life is not. But yeah, if you don't have the key, you can't do it.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Because he didn't do an Ice Rod Cave. There's a flute there. That doesn't open anything right now.
But still, nice mobility.
I mean, you want it. If assuming Misery Mire is a crystal, you're gonna need it, but it doesn't open anything right now, which is. Top Life will probably get drawn over to Desert Palace, having not been there yet. Let's see what's at Bonk Rocks. That's a piece of heart. Starting to look like Zora might be our progression. The nice thing about these boots is we can do more. In this area, we can set up a water walk, make it really quick, and would allow us to get the waterfall fairy items, even though we don't have the Moon Pearl. And we should get some flute activations. We'll get one on Asora's side. We'll get another one on Top Life's side shortly.
So we're still missing some money.
Yeah, and we could do Houlihan from the back of Escape entrance to get money.
Or we can go for one of the Rupee Caves. We've got a glove.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, so we're at the 20 Rupee Cave. Probably... you're right there, so maybe a little bit faster to do it there? I don't know, than to walk all the way or run all the way to the 50 Rupee Cave. With the 50 Rupee Cave, you only need to farm twice. So, and looks like he's not even gonna bother. He's hoping to find something on the way. It's like he's setting up the double water walk so that he can... Yeah, there we go.
Oh, and there's our desert play.
There's that sword.
So right now, if Castle Tower is hard required to climb, I'm pretty sure Uzura will last located.
It's so unlikely when we already know that there's like one of the... We know the cape's not available unless we find a sword. We know that the second sword not available until we already have Dark World access. So, that's interesting. Again, doesn't open anything. Opens absolutely nothing. But
still nice to have.
Assuming Turtle Rock is a crystal, it's not gonna be an Ice Rod hunt, which is always a happy thing.
Yeah, next to Just for Twinix, it's still a nice weapon.
Okay, Mitz behind the flippers.
And Burner, so some safety. So, where's our Moon Pearl?
Could be on the ledge. It is not on the ledge. So we need money.
So, Zora, Castle Tower.
Has something. Or the Castle Tower chess. The Castle Tower
Yeah.
chess could have something, but we can't get in yet. We still can't get in.
Maybe later. Huh?
Yeah, it's got to be Zora at this point. Oh no, those myths open up King's Tomb, and now the flute opens stuff up. Now we can get to Checkerboard Cave because we have a flute and we have myths.
And yeah,
and there's
we've got the moon pearl.
This classic King's Tomb. Looks like the myths in the waterfall fair were the key item. Yeah, we can't get to, your chat is correct. We actually can't get to Checkerboard Cave because we don't have the mirror. So there's really nothing we could do with the flute plus the myths.
Yeah,
now
but
we
I'm
can.
sure Ozora could have used the bird for Maya.
No, not without Moon Pearl.
The Maya ledge, yes.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, now that opens up Meyer and Meyer Shed.
So we've got 2 red crystals. Really early, possible doing. Really early and more or less in logic.
Well, Thieves Town and Skull Woods. Skull Woods we can do right now.
Yeah.
Thieves Town, yeah, we can do both right now. Yeah, we can. Yeah,
Even
I imagine. Yeah, just do both of them. And
but
see what's
still
that pyramid
missing
ledge.
1 Smoky for logic for scouts.
Yeah, well, if it's a pendant, I might pay attention to the small key.
Yeah.
Because it might stop me from doing it because I don't want to do something. If the third small key were in GT, then that location's just never gonna matter. But if it's a crystal, I don't care.
Yeah,
it's a dungeon I need to do. I'm just gonna do it. And Top Life farming before going over to the Zora area, so it's gonna get that Zora check.
So the only recommendation is right now, cause both red crystals are doable. We've got a red bomb.
Yeah.
So depending on where our small key for Skywoods is, it might be worth doing or just a waste of time.
There's some myths for Top Life. Now, this is not going to be an easy moth fight with just the fighter sword. And we have blue mail, which will make it better. Allow you to get in closer for those hammer shots.
And
that's what Zora's going to want to do.
Yeah, Zora still has got the red blue.
Yes, and a blue. There was a blue in Skulls.
Yeah, so it will be fine. So, what is Zora today?
He's a heart. Top Life not even gonna bother picking it up.
But
Went through all that trouble. All that trouble to get the rupees, to pay the money, and it's just a piece of heart.
Oh, yeah, but you paid 500 rupees. So you pick it up, because it would be a waste of money not to pick up.
It's just a waste of money either way. I would have picked it up for that reason, but yeah, I don't blame anyone for not.
Come on, Mosula. Come down.
Out of fire rod shots, we had to switch to the hammer or refill. There we go.
So, crystal number 2 for Ozora.
No, we don't actually have to do Misery Mire. Top Life is not going to go and do Skullwoods first. Maybe wants to, hoping for a better sword situation. Do Village Outcast, Thieves Town, maybe do that first and then do Skullwoods. Yeah, you have no money though, so chess game doesn't cost a lot, but it costs a little.
Yeah, for Top Life it's a little bit harder, cause he doesn't have goo in his pockets and doesn't know about the blue goo. So a Mosula on this equipment is quite tough.
I like the choice to do Thieves Town, because you get 5 items out of this. You get the 3 items in the village. Hopefully he'll be able to get chess game before he leaves, and then you can do Goes to the north. Yeah, there's that money. So he'll be able to use chess game before he leaves.
Yeah, and you can buy your safety bottle. So Mossula is good for your mind.
Yeah, he also might have enough hearts. He doesn't have to worry about it so much. I don't think he's gonna go. I mean, without a mirror to save a portal, to buying a potion at this point would be quite a bit out of the way. I suppose you could buy a red. I'm pretty sure one of these locations is a shop.
Yeah, here's a shop for with a red blue, so it's fine.
Oh, and there's a mirror. Nice.
And a smoky for Turtle Rock in Skywoods.
We need some of those. 3 to finish the dungeon, 4 to full clear it. Lava chest and Trinex need 4 keys to be in logic. Now, small key to ice. We don't really need any ice small keys.
But the first one is quite nice.
You know, I mean, honestly, if you have Cane of Samaria and Hookshot and all that, I mean, that small key just doesn't really do much at all. I think logically you need it.
Yeah, but still a little bit nicer routing.
It's
Just open the door.
with Icebreaker. I don't even notice when I have those keys, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that small key is really nice when you go into Ice Palace without a hammer. And you have Cane of Samaria. It allows you to do Icebreaker.
So
Okay.
we do not need the cape.
Don't need that cape. So the cape's probably going to sit there at Ether Tablet forever and ever.
I mean, if Uzora is thinking about I've got just the Master Sword and maybe thinking about picking up.
I could see picking up. Yeah, I could see picking up the cape going into GT if you're still on Master Sword. We know where one of the swords is. Both runners should get it over on Lake Hylia Island with the mirror in Thieves Town. The runner can do that anytime. Let's see what's over here in the chess game that Top Life couldn't afford. Ah, just bombs. Not even expensive bombs since he got 50 rupees back, so 20 rupee in that game.
At least Uzura will get it back. But there's a good chance that Top Life is getting something else.
Alright, let's see what's in the big chest.
A small key.
Meyer.
For Maya. Well, at least it's for the logic.
I mean, you still need one more to actually put the left side in logic. Meyer, another dungeon that gets greatly enhanced. Similar to Skull Woods, it goes from 2 to 5 items.
So the question chat is...
Yeah, don't be on the mirror, please. Thank you.
How much smokies do we need for port? When we can go mode it, just one.
We need one.
Yeah.
We need one to beat the dungeon. We need 6 to full clear it logically. And depending on what you're doing in between.
I mean, it's still a little bit questioning where's our big key, but if it's just on the first chest,
yeah,
or on the Bullock side, it's fine.
Practically speaking, you want 5. 4, you can full clear if you don't open the front door. 5, you just have to hammer jump.
And if you can't hammer jump, it's still 5 if you do not open the front door.
Yeah. I feel like hammer jump is a must needed strat if you're gonna play a keys mode. There are uses for it in non-keys modes, but for the most part, you don't need it. Half-Life just gets 4 bombs, so. If he does, I'm not gonna go do Skull Woods quite yet. I guess we're gonna do Bombable Hut first. Four more bombs. Okay. Top-Life just doesn't want to do Skull Woods yet, which is, I mean, he knows where the sword is, and he knows he can get it, so he might just come back with that Master Sword.
Yeah, and for him, still just the Fighter Sword or Firewood fight is not nice at all. Of course, Mozilla can be evil. So just hoping for something and maybe later come back.
There's
Still,
another Turtle Rock. That's 3 Turtle Rock smalls between the 2 runners.
but it still can be hard for top life if Azora is going for the red bomb and there's something. Because for Azora it's more likely to be in a good position for routing in.
Yeah, but maybe top life will be able to do it when he's got lots of pod small keys or something. Did you do this already? Did he not do C shape? I guess not. With the mitts, we can do Smith stuff.
Yeah, and with mirror, it's a quite nice check. And you can combine it with all the south routing.
Of course, if the Pyramid Fairy has nothing for Azora, then advantage top life if he manages to skip it. Okay, let's see what the Smith has. Junk. Just a piece of heart.
Could be worse.
He's gonna grab that purple chest, he'll walk with it for a little bit. We'll use a little bit of hookshot shenanigans probably to do a little bit of running. As if you start your dash during the hookshot, you can dash for a little bit. He still needs to mirror to get K45. After that, he can abandon the purple chest and use the glitch where the game thinks you still have it, as long as your next mirror is in front of the guy, locksmith guy.
So here's a question: would you go for Swamp Palace first chest when you're here?
You know, I actually kind of like that play. No, because we have the... Oh, yeah, for the first chest, because we have the small key. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a slow play, and it's a pendant dungeon, so...
But it's pretty early in logic.
Yeah. We have all the things to do the one chest. I think I wait on that, because like, if it's the hammer I'm missing, I like that play, because it's so hard to get back to. But here, it's pretty easy to get back to, because we have the hammer. First, we'll see what's the purple chest.
Yeah, and to answer the question, chat, yeah, dipping desert right now is hard required.
Yeah, we need the small key for desert, because the big key was not available. We're gonna read the tablet here.
But still, at least want to get the item from the torch. For Azora.
Okay, tablets. Yeah, the book really didn't do anything for us.
Well, it was the first way for our Ice Rod.
Yeah, but I mean, the Ice Rod isn't needed right now, and they have access to it with Flute plus Mirror plus Mitts. So the book actually did absolutely nothing. Just revealed a couple of pieces of heart, a cape, which, you know, a nice item, but, you know.
Not necessarily needed.
Definitely not needed. And let's see what Hype Cave has for us. Not a good start.
No.
Still not a good start. Still not good.
Oh, would you go in?
I would know. That makes it less hype. That makes it worse, not better.
I mean, it's a green pendant.
No,
and you
I
can
don't
do
know.
everything
No, if you're top life, you have Skull Woods that you have to do for a crystal. You have Dark Death Mountain that you want to scout out anyway to find out your medallion requirement. No, I am not going to Swamp Palace right here.
So
that's a negative hype. I mean, you get an item that you don't ever want to find because you don't ever want to go to Swamp Palace. I give that negative points. The Skull with small key doesn't really do much for us either. So. Top life just gonna go to ice.
I mean, you're here, you can do it, why not?
I don't like doing this without literally any kind of magic extension, because Top Life's gonna need full magic, or if he has full health, he can dupe some of his fire rod shots. So he's got to be very cognizant of his magic. Now the Barry's just dropped a full magic, so he might be in a few good drop tables here that we can refill magic easily. But yeah, without any kind of bottle to refill, and without half magic, he's gonna have to be very careful. Now, if Bombo shows up, then things get better, because then you only need a quarter of your magic bar to break the shell for Cold Stare.
So here's one thing. Ozora still was not in desert. When is he going for it? And there's a good part that can say, why not just dip swamp before going desert?
Because swamp's a pendant. I mean, it won't surprise me if at some point the runners are forced to go to swamp. But I'm doing Ice Palace. If I'm Top Life, I'm doing Skull Woods. If I'm either runner, I'm doing Dark Death Mountain. All those things. I'm doing all those things before I'm doing Swamp Palace. I mean, we can do, unless the Turtle Rock Big Key is is vanilla, we can actually full clear Turtle Rock except for the lava chest. Sora is going to grab the big bomb, which I think is the correct play for him.
Yeah, going for the pyramid, you can do the ledge. From there, there are two ways.
And he also has that mirror that he can use to get into Castle Tower if he wants. So this ends up being a 5-play check if he wants it. 5-item check. For Ice not being very interesting though either.
Yeah, at least it's a crystal.
Yeah, we have to do it anyway. Another bottle of blue. That's nice.
Yeah, and if we blue, you wouldn't say no.
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
there's that Bombos. Might be required. But that will make, if Sora decides to go into Ice Palace, that'll make it a little bit better for him. Having that extra magic refill. To be able to switch to Fire Rod after being done with the first part of the fight.
Yeah, not just that. With 2 blue goose in your pockets, you're pretty well equipped for Cold Stare.
Yep. Oh, these hits that Top Lifer's taking is unfortunate. He's gonna have to... He needs to fill up his magic, which he can do. Like, there's the magic right here. There's 2 magic pots entering in, but he's not gonna be able to dupe any Fire Rod shots. Because there's nowhere he's going to refill his health, which means that he doesn't get any Fire Rod shots for the second phase. And we're going to get a Graveyard Ledge check from Sora. And we get a small key.
Oh,
pot. Okay.
Yeah, we like it.
Might be significant, might not be.
Doesn't matter, we want it. It's good for your mind. Even if not needed. So, it could be that Zora is going for Catfish and then back to Zora.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. If Catfish is nothing, then essentially Top Life gets the time back that he spent on Zora. If Catfish is something, it might be a while before Top Life gets there. I don't know when he's gonna come over this way. Okay, I don't think we found anything significant in Ice Palace. We do have crystal. So that's 3 crystals each.
So Catfish was just 20 rupees.
Yeah, so if Top Life can avoid Catfish, then that'll be good for him. Okay, so we are going to see Dark Death Mountain. I like this choice. find out if that bombos that Asura has is required.
So if it's required, it will be harder for Top Life for routing in.
I mean, if it's required, he can do Skull Woods anytime he wants, and if he might try and save it for when he's going to Pod, because then you could route the whole pyramid area into Pod. But yeah, there's no guarantee he does that right away. Of note, Asura did not check the Castle Tower locations. There's another Pod small key. So is he gonna grab that cake? He does want the cake. No guarantee that we're ever getting, the Ganon fight becomes significantly easier, in my opinion, if you have the cape.
Yeah,
if you're on Master Sword, so...
Even on Tempered, it makes everything easier and faster. You just do not have to go for it, like...
Oh, we're doing Spike Cave.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're probably gonna do Ice now? Yeah.
Well, for Asura it will be much easier.
Asura couldn't get into Castle Tower. Couldn't get into Castle Tower. That is true. Had not picked up this Master Sword yet, but could have routed it to do that first. Castle Tower is one of those locations where it's very easy to forget there are 2 items there, because in every other mode, in every non-keys mode,
yeah, you're just about to go
it's just
for
small keys, right? You're only going for the either Dark World access or for the item.
And every
so if he was thinking of doing Castle Tower, he would need to go get that sword first.
Oh, it looks like Top Life is going for Scarrets.
Yep. Yeah, one of that bottle.
Yeah, with Blue Goo, you feel much more safe.
Well, and even just the Master Sword makes it better.
So he's not going for the full refill on the tree.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake. But he can always grab the refill at the big key chest if he wants. Okay, our runners now tree tracing each other's footsteps. Oh, there's a nice drop for Top Life.
Yeah, now he's fine.
This is where the bottle... Is this where the blue bottle was? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So for Asura, it would be much more interesting to go for Turtle Rock with 2 medallions.
Well, I mean, there's 6 items sitting there at Dark Death Mountain regardless.
Yeah.
So I was a little surprised that Top Life didn't go all the way over there to find out what the medallion situation was and to get those items. But chose to do Spike Cave instead.
And there's a big problem for Asura if he can go into Turtle Rock. There's a good chance that he's saying, why not?
Yeah, well, he can. Oh, he doesn't have the ice rod yet.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because he hasn't gone back into desert.
Yeah. He still
Did he scout the item?
No, he doesn't know.
Desert. Okay, he didn't scout the item. Okay.
He was just on Agina, and when he saw it on the ledge, just 20 rupee, he said no thank you for going in.
Okay.
But there's a good chance that he's saying, why not my ledge, checking desert.
Okay, Top Life on the moth fight.
It feels like Musula was a little bit more aggressive on him. And now we can see Bombos makes cold stare much easier.
Well, what it does is it allows a sword to have 6 fire rod shots after casting the bombos. So, and the fire rod on cold stare is overpowered.
Yeah, it's basically butter.
So in that sense, it makes it a much simpler fight.
Yeah, butter dot damage on a boss is always nice. See, even the chef wants to see a really nice swarm.
No, I'm not. I would I will die on my swamp. Don't do it yet. I mean, Top Life is going to finish up Skullwoods, and I think both runners are incentivized to go check East Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain. And then, you know, if you get to Turtle Rock and the medallion is not one that you have, Swamp is looking better. I probably do Pod first, though. At least do Helmosaur and clear what I can with the keys that I have.
So for Ozora, I really hope that on either way, I do not care which one.
I mean,
missing medallion or saying I won't go for it, because it would drop a lot of time.
I mean, what are we even missing at this point for Gomo? We need the Desert Small Key.
Yeah.
Card required because we know the big key is over on that right side. We might need the 4th Turtle Rock Small Key, but only if the big key is vanilla. And the Pod Small Keys, of course, is an interesting situation because 2 Pod Small Keys gets us most of Pod. But if the big key is behind one of those 6 key locked locations, either the vanilla location or Harmless Hellway, we'll need at least a 3rd, maybe even a 4th, depending on whether they open the front door or not. So, yeah.
Oh, I hope Ozora's not dipping Turtle Rock right now.
Well, he's gonna do the Hookshot Cave and the and Super Bunny first.
I mean, if there's a Desert Small, it would be okay for him. When this Desert Small is in Turtle Rock. But if not, it could be hard for him.
Okay, Top Life is not gonna manage to skip Catfish. So time given back to Osora. Top Life, I think, has his best choices are to either do what Osora's doing right now and check out Turtle Rock, or to do Pyramid Fairy into Pod. I think either one of them is fine. With 3 small keys, you can do... Oh, there's a nice tempered sword.
Yeah.
With 3 small keys, you can... You're fine again as long you can full clear the dungeon except Harmless Hellway and Vanilla Big Key Chest.
Oh, I really hope that Ozora is finding something he really needs.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Desert Small Key would be the best thing for him. And, you know, if that Turtle Rock Big Key turns out to be vanilla, neither one of them's actually gonna be able to do this. I imagine, yeah, it looks like Top Life is gonna go ahead and do Pyramid Fairy into Pod here. Silvers is nice.
Yeah, at least something. Even if it's not that good, cause Maya is pendant. But
I imagine both runs will end up on tempered
Yep.
silvers.
At least, yeah.
So Top Life doesn't know it, but this actually turns out to be a really good play for him because that Bombos is needed to enter Turtle Rock. We're gonna do a bomb. We're gonna do a bomb dupe. This has to transition the screen at 0, and the bomb comes back. Didn't even have to do any buffers. Very nicely done.
The big key was on the right side of Turtle Rock. So Ozora could go wide really, really deep. just for laser bridge. That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's probably bad for a sword. The Turtle Rock Big Key is not vanilla. Because Top Left's just gonna be able to do this. Unless the lava chest is got something like that desert small key that ends up being hard, or an extra pod small key that ends up being hard required. Top Left's never gonna have to come back in here. Careful! Chain chomps are nasty! And Top Left is gonna do the castle tower play while he's here.
Yeah, it's 2 checks, he can do it, why not?
Yeah, I totally agree. And nothing there. Oh, that's a funny button Easter egg. I don't know what that is, but...
An egg!
Oh, is it an egg? Okay. Okay, is this... Oh, we're gonna go Mire Desert. We're gonna do these quick checks.
So Maya is Isa.
Yeah, and if we never find Ether, we never have to worry about Misery Mire. Even if the Ether were to show up here in Checkerboard Cave, I don't imagine Top Life going in. I imagine he'll either follow Asura into Turtle Rock, or will hit Pod. Oh, there's another Pod Small. That gives Asura 4. Oh, and there's a Tempered for Top Life.
So, I'm sure Top Left is going to get Butter Sword, but
Asura might never check that, but I mean, Tempered versus Gold is a much smaller difference.
Yeah, and with Silver's no chance. That is really comparable.
I disagree with chat saying that I would never skip a gold sword unless it was stupid out of the way. You know, like one of those, you know, like lumberjack, or you know, or even something like you could debate going after it if it's like a spec rock cave, for instance, because it's a bit of a walk. But if I see it sitting there right in front of me,
so we are about
I don't
to
skip
go.
it, and you can't skip it here because it's in a chest.
Yeah. So Zora skipped the chest because he's still thinking, if something's coming, I want to be the boss instead of opening a chest. But I just hope for him that he is something he really needs.
I mean, even it is, like, Top Life's gonna follow him into here and he'll be able to finish the dungeon, so... Zora kinda needs something to be in lava chests they both have to go back for. Because if Asura gets the 4th TR small before coming back, and he probably does, because, I mean, if Ice Rod ends up being, even if he goes to Desert right now and gets the Ice Rod, he's not coming right back here. He's gonna do something else.
I mean, he could.
He could, of course he could, but I don't think he's going to. And then, like, I wouldn't come back to Turtle Rock if I'm Asura unless I'm in go mode and I'm just gonna beat Trinex, or when I find that last TR small, because it's available as this Ice Rod was. I have to assume my opponent got it, is gonna one-trip Turtle Rock. I want something to be in that lava chest, and that's my biggest out at that point. And he's gonna get this gold sword. Let's see if he grabs it. I think this is quick enough to grabbing is worth it, because I mean it saves time just on Trinex.
I mean, if not, you just hear some seconds.
Yeah, he thought about it.
Yeah, and saying it's worth the time.
But I think it saves more time. I mean, it saves more time on Trinex, I think, than on Ganon. But I think that time save is at worst break even for picking it up in this location.
Yeah, and it still can save some time on the pot, on the boss, instead of trying to aim with an arrow.
Yeah, potentially. And he's about to get this ice rod right now.
And feel really, really bad.
Yeah.
So, where would be your first guess and hope? Probably right now pot with 4 small keys on Ozoa's side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pod next. I'm gonna clear everything but the lava chest and the harmless hellway. And then if I still don't have that desert small, now I start thinking about Swamp Palace. Sora's gonna do pod right now. I think that's a good call for him.
Yeah, it's his biggest hope.
You know, hopefully he finds that fourth Turtle Rock small key. But yeah, we are a desert small from Go mode. Pending on pod big key location.
And there's a chance that Ozora's opening the white chest that's locked behind a key, while Top Life might skip that one.
Yeah, let's see. Sora has 4 pod smalls. I believe the 4th one is in Turtle Rock or possibly at Mimic Cave, so Top Life will also have 4. You could make the argument to not open the front door, but that's so slow. If you don't open the front door, you're going through the right side 3 times at minimum. So you probably abandoned one of Harmless Hellway or Big Key Chest. The other thing you could do is just go, once you get the big key, just go beat the boss. We're just gonna open the door. Go beat the boss and come back and save scum one of these 6 key locked locations. Yeah, I'm hearing Twitch is having issues.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to hear us? Because we can see the stream off of Discord just fine.
Yeah.
But we'll have to try and make this into as much of a radio broadcast as we can for now. If you all can hear us. If you can't hear us, then well, some of you are still up, I guess.
So we got a GT small key in pot.
Yeah, I mean, or Sora didn't have 2 of those. You want to have 2 of those before you go into GT to make sure you can full clear it. We're gonna see what's on the right side. Art container.
And just the map.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Ideally, you want to have... I'd want to get that big key as quickly as possible so I can beat the dungeon and then start making decisions as to what to leave behind. Unfortunately, the game is saying otherwise.
Really nice glitch for Zora.
Because now you have to choose between... potentially you'll have to choose between Harmless Hellway and Big Key Chest. And probably going to choose Harmless Hellway.
Yeah, because it's in the back.
Yeah, because then you're already in the back and you don't want to have to go back there. You hope that there's just a pod key in pod somewhere, which happens all the time. Alright. He's going to open up Harmless Hellway. What do we have here? There's the big key. Okay, so
That's
we're gonna leave vanilla big key chest open. If this would be an out for a Sora if Top Life decides to do the vanilla big key chest instead of the Harmless Hellway. Unless, of course, Desert Small is there, and then oof. There's that 4th Turtle Rock small key for Sora.
Can be something interesting.
Yeah, that's big for him. Like he needs that to be. He frankly needs that to lead to his desert small key that is hard required in this seed. And now it's a much better play for him to go back and do finish up Turtle Rock before heading over to, say, Swamp, looking for that desert small. I think we're gonna get a safety door from Top Life. Wait, what's he doing? Did he?
It looks like he...
Did he?
opened-
He didn't do Harmless Hellway, did he? He's saving the portal for...
He wasted the small key.
Did he use the small key?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a choice. Now, it might have been a mistake. I mean,
But
we've all done that. We have all opened that lava chest by accident.
Yeah, but that is pretty good for a race.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be fine for Top Life though. Is gonna get the small key here in Pod and be able to go right back.
And there's a good chance that Ozora might go for the lava chest as well.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Asura, the lava chest is not the answer to his trouble.
But it's still a nice item.
I'm not a fan of the bug net. The more interesting question is Top Life going to choose correctly on his 6 key locked items here? Because if he chooses the big key chest instead of the Harmless Hellway, then he needs to find another small key. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Now things get interesting. So Top Life is going to abandon the big key chest. Or sorry, is going to abandon the Harmless Hellway chest. Which actually, I mean, he may get the big key. Because he has to open that door regardless.
Ouch!
But he now needs another small key to finish Pod. Hard required for him now. And all that for just a container heart. I don't like committing to the big key chest this early, unless you're gonna, you know, like what he could have done, if he'd done this off a save and quit, once the big key chest ended up being nothing, you could reset it.
I mean, if you play with leaving the front door closed, then you can do it. Just going a longer circle in the
you can do it
center
4
room.
keys, 3 trips down the right side. But he already opened the front door, so that's out.
So really unfortunate for him.
So he's gonna do everything here. Probably is gonna get the. Well, he might not even bother getting it. The routing here is really weird because for him the big key could still be in the dark maze, but if he does the dark maze before doing Harmless Hellway, he's not gonna be able to get out. Because he won't have a key to open the door the normal way in. He will be able to save that portal though. Either way, he's gonna know that this is the answer. It's gonna be a long trip to come back here to get that big key.
Do you know what could happen? Smoky Desert on Turtle Rock boss.
I mean, it could. I mean that desert small key can be anywhere but right side desert and GTs.
I like that waffle.
So Top Life now has to be concerned because he's not even gonna get the Turtle Rock small key. Because I think it was in the big chest. Oh, this is so bad.
A fetch questception just for Bloomerang.
Because the big key is not here. I think that Turtle Rock small key was... He's not going to be able to go back to Turtle Rock unless he comes back in here. And he's not going to be able to finish this because he doesn't have an extra pod small key. So yeah, all of a sudden, I think this has become advantage of Sora.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for Top Life.
And
So-
Rip Mirror Portal, it's gone.
So right now, even if you do not like it, but Swamp
We're going to
is
Swamp?
looking-
No, this is... I said once, this is what I would do after Pod. It's a 10-item play. It's probably got your last Pod small. It's probably got... it won't have that last Turtle Rock small. That big chest being the last Turtle Rock small for Top Life, having already used the key on the lava chest, is still bad because it's so far out of the way compared to finishing the dungeon. But yeah, there's a really good chance that the Desert Small is just in here.
Oh, and Zora's going in too.
Yeah, no, I think this is the right call for both of them. It's a
Yeah, it's a
7-item play.
Yeah, it's a good chance that this Desert Small is here. And if not, still can be on...
The next, if it's not here, I think Misery Mire is all we got. Actually, it's an 8-item play because we have the green pendant. Half Magic's nice.
Yeah, it makes everything pretty easy.
Yeah, chat suggesting cutscene of Mire, and with those three Mire small keys, I could see the argument for going into Mire instead of Swamp, specifically because of those 3 small keys. Or you could just find it right there. But Top Life needs another pod small. It needs another TR small. Now we know where the other TR small is. Sorry, we know where the other... Yeah, we know where the TR small is in the pod big chest. But the big key of pod is in Harmless Hellway. Top Life choosing to do vanilla big key with 4 small keys rather than do Harmless Hellway. So Sora probably just leaves. Like, this is go mode for Sora.
Definitely go more for Zora. And a really rushed play for Top Life right now.
Top Life needs that last pod small to show up and needs to go and check the big chest. Now, with the pod big being in Harmless Hellway, it's a little easier to say, let's just go do the big chest as well. Man, Sora's out. I don't blame him. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do desert, finish up pod.
Yeah, back to Turtle
Oh, he
Rock.
did finish pod, never mind. Finish up desert, finish up Turtle Rock, yeah. I mean, he's just in flat out go mode. And Top Life needs to search out a 5th pod small. Gonna go to the back first.
Yeah, you just hope that you can go really fast in it. And we all know, left side is not the fastest check.
It's a terrible check.
But their play, you want to bigger ember on it when you know they're stronger.
And he might just leave with the green pendant. And gamble on Misery Mire for his last pod small.
But we got both dungeon items, so left side swamp is definitely something.
Oh yeah, I mean... You have two small keys that'll fulfill what you need. Okay, let's see. Should be a relatively quick round 2 with those silver arrows.
Oh no!
Yeah, in fact, we couldn't go into Misery Mire, but guess what? Now we can.
That's pretty evil. There's a good chance that the last pot
I think I would follow that. Well, we have 2 more left. There could be one in left side swamp and one in, you know, right, left side Misery Mire. Like, yeah, he's just leaving the swamp. But I agree with this. Turn in that green pendant and then head over to Misery Mire. Or do something else that I'm forgetting first.
Oh,
he's checking pad. Okay, yeah. Sora checked this like what, 5 minutes in? No,
Yeah.
more than that because we had the escape, but like less than 10 minutes in.
Right after escaping, why not reading You've Got a Book?
Yep. We know this is just a piece of heart. But absolutely reasonable to check it. But you know what, the thing is, even if it's a pod small, I mean, I guess you just go mode Mire if it turned out to be a pod small. There's 2 of them. You just grab that one instead of searching out the other, I suppose. So to recap just a little bit, the pod Big Key was in Harmless Hellway. Top Life chose to check Big Key chest, and then thus did not have enough small keys to get the last key, get the Big Key in Harmless Hellway. In addition to that, he checked lava chest. We don't know whether it was on purpose or by accident, because you know everybody that's ever played a Keysanity Seed has opened that door by accident. And unfortunately, the 4th TR small key is in the pod big chest. And Top Life needs that small key in order to finish Turtle Rock now having opened the lava chest. And is currently looking for that last, one of those last 2 pod smalls. Finishing up Desert first makes sense. So we had talked about him going and doing Misery Mire with the ether that was found on Green Pendant Argus. But doing the thing you need to do first makes more sense. So we didn't see the big chest from Sora because it was in go mode. We only saw him get the big key. But this could be something. And, you know, this is game 3, and Great Name Pending is up 2-0, so gets us a game 4. Unless something weird happens.
Yeah, but a game 4 would be not bad at all. At least for us.
Yeah, it'd be great for us. It's great for Spoiler Luck. Not so great for Great Name Pending. Let's be fair. Pretty darn quick, we don't have to open any doors.
And Top Life got a really nice fight on Landmolas.
Yeah, I always like to see the Landmolas quick kill with the silvers. Also, I always got to shout out at least once when somebody plays the Yoshi sprite, how happy he looks when he picks up a crystal. Big fan of the Yoshi sprite.
Yeah, and that looks like a Maya play.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think this is the right call for Top Life. We don't know where these last pot smalls are, so our guess is as good as his. Nice mirror shield on Trinex. Okay, so 2 small keys for GT on a Sora side. What that means is he's probably going to want to go do full right, not full right, right up to Compass Room and steal the key down there. Doesn't necessarily have to do that, but it does guarantee him having enough keys for the basement and to do everything.
So we're seeing a lot of numbers. So right now we're just playing the guessing game until Ozora is entering GT. You can guess a number from 1 to 22. So what's your number today?
I mean, it's always 5. It don't change.
Yeah, on me the same with 22.
You just want suffering.
No, I mean, I just want to see tile room. But it's the last check they will do.
Usually, yeah.
So, wait. If Ozora is not finding with all the checks, he's got a problem.
No, if he continues this way, he'll be fine because you still.
Yeah.
What you can't do with 2 small keys is you can't go full right. That will leave one door unopened, going to the left side. But what he can do is he can steal the key, and then mirror, and then go to the left side. I actually kind of like the Dark Magician play here with this kind of small key situation. Oh, there's that other ice small key, showing that we don't need 2 ice smalls. Still no pod small for top life. And he's out. Torch with nothing. We'll get to 8, 9, 10, 11. And there it is. Number 11. You doubled the right answer.
Yeah, and right now there has to be something really, really impossible.
There's the pod small for top life on the green pendant turn-in. That's a little unfortunate that he didn't turn that in before going to Misery Mire.
Yeah.
But that's go mode for top life as long as he, well, no, it's not go mode until he opens the big chest in the pod. And just the climb for Asura.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's playing pretty safe and should be fine.
You know, did Top Life find another pod small in Misery Mire? Because
Chat
he's
says-
got 2 now.
Yeah, Chat says
He
yes.
must have found one, yeah. So that's why he left Misery Mire, and then figured he might as well check the green pendant at that point. Because with 2, he didn't actually need to do this hammer jump. It is faster as long as you get a first try to do the hammer jump, though. Oh, the lag. Yeah, the Landmo 2 fight is a lot harder to time than the Landmo 1 fight to get the Quicksilver arrow kill. I've seen a lot of different setups, and I've yet to find one I truly like. I think I'm seeing some Final Fantasy IX references in chat, but I never played that game, so I don't know. But yeah, that is the MSU that we're using here. Final Fantasy music always a good listen.
Yeah, there are a lot of MSUs you can really like to hear. But there are also some...
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. There's some really good MSUs out there, and anything that involves a Final Fantasy game is going to be good. But there's some not great ones too.
Oh, a bomb for the last chest in the game.
We get Red Yoshi now. So yeah, logically speaking, the seed had a logically required both Green Pendant and Meyer Medallion on Argus. But yeah, we could Asura though managed to avoid most of that because just better key usage. It's a little bit lucky on the big key situation in Pod because, you know, it's kind of a 50-50.
Yeah.
You have to make a decision and you choose one. You can do save scumming shenanigans, which wouldn't be a bad play either. If you want to be doubly sure, or, you know, with 4 small keys, you can just not open that front door.
But then you have to remember...
Yeah, that's
when
3
did
times
I
down the
last
right
save
side. 3 times down the right side. It sounds terrible until you miss the big key, right?
Yeah, but
and of course, the lava chest mistake. Again, I don't know if Top Life did that as a mistake or on purpose, but
yeah,
that was a bigger piece of the puzzle. Needing to not only get another pod key, but also having to get the TR small key.
Yeah, it would be much closer right now if he had the opportunity.
Yeah, because he would have. Yeah, because he would have done. He would have been done with Turtle Rock already. He'd be going to Gannis Tower. He'd still be behind at this point, but
yeah, but not that much.
Yep, it'd be less.
Oh no, silvers.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys are listening out there, devs, I want something more creative than that. I mean, if you're playing Randomizer, you probably know it's his one true weakness, and you know how to do without it.
So if Ozoa's not falling down on the last real end boss, as we all know, it's the bridge, you can get your GGs in the chat.
Yeah, Asura finishing up with an official race time of 1:33:35. GGs to Asura and Spoiler Luck living for another day.
And it looks like Top Life forfeited, so get your
Yeah.
GGs on him as well.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, he could finish this up in about 10-15 minutes, but like yeah, at this point, no reason to do so unless you really want to play it. We do have Top Life joining us. GG's a little.
Yeah, GG's.
A little unfortunate with the small keys, but otherwise, good game.
It's I thought it was more or less over as soon as I opened the TR door. I just hope I can be lucky and save if I find a small key on the way to the bus, but else it's pretty much GG.
Yeah, it was I mean, you did the 50-50. You checked the big key chest over the Harmless Hellway.
Yeah, but that's again on the race situation. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's 50-50. You know, like it could have been if it'd been in the big key chest, then you know everything's flipped. Asura joining us as well. GG's to you.
Yeah, GG's.
Keeping your team alive for another day.
GG, Top Life. Yeah, we have another chance for a 2-2, I think.
Yeah, the Top, I gotta ask you, in Turtle Rock, did you intend to open the lava chest?
No,
Or
not
were you-
because It's that's like one of the biggest mistakes you can do in this
Mhm.
mode.
Everybody does it. Everybody's done it. I've done it.
Yeah, and it sort of also set me up for a pod play. Like, there was no point. I felt like safe skimming there because it's so unlikely that you don't find a single pod key on both of the small keys I was looking for.
Right.
A bit unfortunate for this last Turtle Rock small key too, but that it was over already at that point, so it just didn't matter.
Yeah, the missing, opening that lava chest. I mean, that honestly was the big mistake, because you had a bit of a lead at that point, and then, because Sora, you went into Turtle Rock without the ice rod, just didn't go into desert early, saw the ledge item and said nope.
Yeah, I want the desert small key before I go to desert, but I hope the ice rod leaked. Was on laser bridge, but it doesn't this time.
Yep. Yeah, Swamp Palace being hard required for that small key, and then logically required for the last two pod smalls. So, with a ether medallion to get into Mire for the last one, and then green pendant being pod 6. But
Yeah, Top Life says that in the race time room with the last two pod smalls on green pendant and Maya.
Yep. So yeah, pretty nasty if you end up having to do it, but you guys have there's gonna be a game 4. So series still going, which is, I say, great for everybody, but you guys, great name pending, because I know you would have liked to have wrapped it up. But since it's not over, who y'all gonna have play? Any idea who's gonna play your game 4?
It will be a sinner for us.
And for us, it's Tignado.
Okay. So you guys get to sit around and see if there's gonna be, if you get to play some veterans, huh?
Yeah, but I can get my revenge again.
We will see.
We trade wins, so it's my turn next time.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right. Anything else either one of you want to add before we close this out?
Thanks for the restream and everything.
Yeah, thanks for restream, thanks for commentary, thanks for watch. And I hope we see game 5.
No, my nerves can't handle it. So.
Well, good luck to both of you and your teammates going forward. All right. So not a whole lot else going on the schedule. In the Open League, the next match is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, 7:10. Amish Paradise versus Akai. That'll be Zero Nix versus VJF Taylor. Then right after that at 9:10, we have the Kabuki Kondo Activist Department versus Farm Friends. That'll be Tabby Cat 54 versus CJ. And then the next race is until Sunday at 9 p.m. Amish Paradise versus Akai in Verosia. That'll be, I assume, their game 3. Dapper War Man versus Tony T. Young. Actually, that might only be their game 2. And then, yeah, because their game 3 is scheduled for 9:40 on Wednesday. Dixon versus Danny Music. Dixon for Akai and Danny Music for Amish Paradise. As for the Invitational League, we got a few matches on the schedule. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we have, this should be a good one, the Eastern Skippers versus Triple Clown Fiesta. That'll be Illis versus Shady Force. At 1 o'clock on Saturday, we have the Divine Beastie Voids versus OK Dudes playing in Verosia. That'll be Fury Agent versus Hitsion. And then the same team matchup for Divine Beastie Boys versus OK Dudes, but this time it'll be Gamachu versus Ganon's Gone Wild. Casual Boots, that'll be Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. So keep an eye on the schedule for the channels of all those matches. A lot of good ones coming up. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us. I'd like to thank everyone. Thank our runners, Top Life and Asura, if you're not already following them. Looks like the command's already been given in chat. Like to shout out Crom doing the tracking. The trackers always our MVPs. Can't do it without him. Crom doing a great job. And of course, Naren Deutsch. Always a pleasure to commentate a race with you. Had a good time. And yeah, otherwise, that will do it for us. And we'll see you all at the next race.